Hey guys, welcome to my first video. Today's video is going to be something that I did post a picture about a month ago. I posted a side-by-side comparison of a Smashbox foundation and an Avon foundation. And I called the Avon foundation a dupe of the Smashbox one. Now if you don't know what a dupe is, it's just a cheaper alternative for a higher end product. There may be a couple minor differences or it could be exactly the same. But the major difference between the two is that the Smashbox one is $42 and the Avon one is $12. Not on sale. This goes on sale a lot. So let me just go ahead and talk about it. This is a Smashbox Studio Skin 15-hour wear foundation. Now, if you ever came to Madison Avenue when I worked there, I always recommend this product. It's the best foundation I've ever tried, hands down. It does everything you want it to do. It's lightweight, it has really good coverage, it stays on forever, and it feels like a second skin. The only downside to it is that it's $42. Now, I'm not the type of person to go out and buy a $42 foundation. That's just ridiculous to me. So this is the Avon Extra Lasting Foundation. It's $12, so it's a fraction of the cost, and it does the exact same thing, guys. It's amazing, and it goes on sale a lot. Like, I think the cheapest I've seen it is like $9 something, but they do a lot of like buy one get one half off things, like sales and stuff like that. So I'll definitely keep you posted when it goes on sale because it is going on sale in the next campaign. I'm gonna do Smashbox on one side and Avon on the other. I've already done my eye look, which I always do my eye makeup before my face makeup. I used all Avon products. I was just kind of playing around with it today so I could kind of figure out a look I can do for a tutorial. I did use the Stone Taupes eyeshadow quad. I really like this. I'm very impressed with the look. Pigmentation is awesome on these. I've already moisturized my face. I use the Elements Oil-Free Daily Moisture Cream. This is the one for combination skin. I really like this. I'm going to use a new primer that I just bought. This is the Mark Prime for Perfection Face Primer. And I always use moisturizer before primer, so always remember that. So this isn't like most primers. Most primers are silicone based. This is very creamy. It looks like a moisturizer. My mirror's over here, so I'm going to put my makeup on over here. So I'm just going to dot this on over my face. Yeah, it feels like a moisturizer. It doesn't feel like your typical primer. So that's kind of cool. Avon doesn't offer many face primers, so I didn't really have much of a choice, but that's okay. I need to try some Mark products anyway. Okay. Now I'm going to use the same tool to apply the foundation. I'm going to use the same technique. I'm going to do Smashbox on this side and Avon on this side. So I'm going to go ahead and put the Smashbox on. So the tool I'm going to use is the Real Techniques Miracle Sponge or Miracle Complexion Sponge. I don't use many Avon tools because I have so many brushes and stuff already. I really don't need any more. It's one of the sponges that you wet it and it applies your foundation really well. And I'm going to go ahead and put my Smashbox on my hand. And I'll apply it on the left side of my face. I'm just going to stipple it on. So I'm just stippling it on. I did dampen it before I started the video. If you don't want to go out and buy that, just take a regular cosmetic sponge and dampen it. And let it dry just a little bit to where it's not soaking wet. And that'll work too. I just like using this better. Okay. So actually I do have more acne scarring and stuff on this side. So it's going to test the ability to cover for the Avon one. I'm just going to blend it down my neck. Okay. I did use a little too much, but that's okay. Okay. So there's the Smashbox one on this side. Hope the lighting is good enough. Okay. The Extra Lasting one on the other side. I'm just going to put it on the back of my hand so it can warm up the foundation a little bit. I'm going to wipe off the sponge a little bit so there's no product left on it. Okay. I'm going to apply the Avon one now. Now, the only difference I see in the two is that the Smashbox dries faster than the Avon one. That's not a big problem though because I do powder. So it's not a big deal at all. There's really no difference whatsoever in the look of these two. $42 is ridiculous. Wow. So there it is. Now I hope the lighting kind of does it justice and kind of shows you that there really is no difference. Once again, this is the Avon, this is Smashbox. The Smashbox is drying faster. Go ahead and do the rest of my face. For under eye concealer, I don't do any face concealer because I don't really have any blemishes, and if I do, I just cover up with foundation. But I'm going to use the Extra Lasting Concealer in Fair for under the eyes. And I'm going to do that triangle shape that I talked about in my beauty tip. So when I was talking about that, it just goes straight down from the tear duct to the edge of the nose and then bring it back up. Okay, I'm going to take the edge of the sponge, just dab that in. As I've gotten older, I don't use facial concealer as much anymore. Actually, I haven't bought a facial concealer in probably at least a year or two. I don't really have major acne anymore. Plus, if I do, I just cover it up with foundation because I actually found foundations that work and cover where I don't need all that extra layering. Okay, so there it is, and now I'm going to use the powder. This is the Avon Ideal Flawless Loose Powder in Translucent. It is a big old honking jar. This is like, how much was this? It was between $6 and $10. It's really not expensive, but it's really big. You get a lot of product in here. So I'm just going to pour some out onto the lid, and using the sponge, I'm just going to tap it in there. Flick the sponge so the excess comes off, and then pat it in to my skin. And once again, you can do the same technique with just a regular cosmetic sponge that you buy from Walmart. It won't work as well, but it'll do basically the same thing. But using a damp sponge for powder, you would think that would make you have a cake face, but it actually helps avoid cake face. I just recently discovered this, so I'm pretty impressed with it, and I'm really glad because I've always had a problem with cake face. Okay. Now I am going to do some bronzer because I just got a new bronzer brush and it's really cool. I really want to try it. I don't have an Avon bronzer yet, but this is just the NYC Sunny bronzer. So I'm going to go ahead and contour with this. Now, I will do a contour video later. I'm still kind of perfecting my technique. So I'm just going to put it in the hollows of my cheeks. Don't go any further than the outer corner of your eye. So I put it, if you can tell right there, it's not showing up very well on camera. So you can just make the fishy face and find the hollows of your cheeks. If you have a problem finding the hollows of your cheeks, just put your brush at the top of your ear and go down to the corner of your mouth. And that's where your bronzer goes right there. So I'm just going to blend that out a little bit. This video is probably a lot of rambling, I'm sorry. I've never filmed before, so I'm kind of nervous, but I want it to be informational as well. So I'm just putting it at the high points of my forehead where the sun would hit me. Blending that out. I'm going to do the other side. So now it's time for blush and highlight. I do have the Fiji powder from Avon. I don't know if I did post a review about this right when I first started Avon. It's like a gradient. I don't know if you can't really tell much about it, but it's like a light brown up here, and then it gets like corally and peachy as it goes down. So I'm going to use that today. I'm just going to rub it in all the colors. And then apply it to the apples of my cheeks and bringing it a little bit back toward my hairline. And then I don't have a highlighter from Avon. I don't even know if they make highlighter, but I'm just going to use the Lorac Perfectly Lit Spotlight. Just putting this right on top of my cheekbones. And I do kind of bring it in right there next to my nose, right where I put my blush, like right where it starts. And it makes you look really, really glowy, and it really makes a difference in how dewy you look. It's really cool how it works. Now I'm going to put some right between my eyebrows. And then going down along my nose. Put on my Cupid's bow. There. For lips, okay, I'm going to use the Ultra Color Lip Crayon in Risque Rose. I'm kind of undecided on how I feel about these. They do have some sparkle in them, which can make it feel kind of drying. But they do stay on for a very long time, so I don't know. I'll do a review later on this. I got to wear it some more. I just recently got it. My mom loves them. But I'm not a big fan of glitter. I like sparkle because the sparkle is very prominent in them. Yeah, it's not glossy at all. Okay. So that is it for my look today. This will wear all day long, but I will come back later on at night and do kind of like an update video of how it wore and how it kept everything else on. But thank you guys so much for watching my video. I'm sorry for all the rambling. I am kind of nervous. So I hope you guys like it, and stay tuned for more videos because I will be doing tutorials and whatnot later on this week. I will see you guys later. Hey guys, I just want to do a quick update on how my foundation's holding up. It's now almost 9 o'clock and I started the tutorial at 2. Usually I wear my foundation for a lot longer than just 7 hours, and it can hold up all day long, but I did want to upload the video tonight, and it's getting kind of late, so I kind of rushed the time a little bit. I don't know if you'll be able to tell much about it because it's dark and the quality's not as great as it was today when I was in natural lighting. But both sides look exactly the same. They both held up very nicely. Blush and bronzer are still very prominent. Nothing looks cakey or over powdery or anything. It looks really, really nice to have had it on for 7 hours. Even my eyes really held up nicely. I've never tried Avon eyeshadow before, and I didn't even use a primer today. Like, I just used my extra lasting concealer that I used for under the eyes today as a primer because I left my eyeshadow primer at school. But it held up really, really well, and I'm very impressed. So I'm glad that kind of works for 2 different purposes. And I don't know if you guys can tell, but I just checked out my eyeliner, and it's still there. Like, I put this on before too, and I mean, it's smudged out and faded in certain spots, but for 7 hours and to still be in the waterline, that's amazing because I have super sensitive eyes and they're very watery, and I have a very hard time keeping eyeliner on the waterline. So that's amazing. My mascara didn't flake. It still looks really well. I'm going to post some pictures on my Instagram and my Facebook of like up close pictures of my eyes and my face, so you guys can kind of see it in the natural lighting, because maybe the video didn't do it, you know, very good. Maybe the quality wasn't the best on it, but yeah, I'm very impressed as usual. I highly recommend this foundation. Once again, it's only like $12 or $12.50, and in the next campaign it's going to be on sale, and I think there's going to be a buy one get one half off. So definitely be on the lookout for that. I'll be posting statuses and stuff like that, but I think that's about it. So that's a wrap for my first video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and stay tuned for the next video.